All right, so I am at a 10, and I'm just taking it for granted that he can feel this at this point. I don't want to take it up to a level that I cause distress in the animal. I'll come back at this another day and see if I can get him to start showing me that he feels this. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm just taking the dog from the bottom of the ground. Buddy, good boy, good. Coming to me after hot dogs, okay, and saying, yep. And then right away, I'm hitting the button right before I start the command. If I say hup and I give him a hand signal, right when he touches it, I'm letting go of the button. So basically the idea is with a three-way turnoff, we do 2 or 3 different things that he knows so well that he can't really mess up on. I've got the ability to help him even if I need to. Let's say I give him a down from my side. I will pull on the leash to get him down. As soon as he drops to the ground, and I'll release the pressure on the leash, and I'll also release the pressure coming from the collar. And they call this pressure work a lot of times because you're basically teaching the dog to turn off pressure, okay? Hup. And that's what it's really all about. And you're giving the power to him so that it gets him in the right frame of mind where he's wanting to be high on the fact that he's the one that's in control. Once you do that with a dog, that's where you get a lot of speed from these collars, okay? But again, it's how you approach it. And what I wanted to accent now in this one is the reality of I call this a 3-dimensional tool. And e-collar is a 3-dimensional tool. If you have the mindset that you're going out to correct a dog and you're wanting it for punishment, you're only using 1 dimension of this collar. Okay, so I approach it as making sure I teach the dog the fundamentals. I work it in properly. I layer in this collar till he starts to learn and give him the power to turn off that small stimulation level. And I want to work the dog 90% of the time in a low level like that he's learning to turn off, so I get maximum use out of the kennel. Out of the tool. And then as I go along, as we get into other things that are high drive or bite work a lot of times, I may need the collar to be a punishment tool. But I don't like to think of it as that way, and I don't want you to think of it that way. Most people want to grab a tool as a magic pill and think that they can just take this stem collar and go out and start using it on the animal and that their dog's going to work like a top. You have to understand dog psychology. You have to understand dog psychology and understand marker training and everything that we've done to understand how to use this tool better. And again, turning into a 3-dimensional tool, don't ruin the tool and only use it in a 1-dimensional way. Otherwise, you're blowing purple Twinkies. You're wasting a tool that's very, very, very useful and can be used for a myriad of things. And it's all on how you look at it, okay? There's a lot of people that are all purely positive. They think of this as a negative. They don't understand that when you condition an animal, there's 1,000 ways to come at it, and not every dog is going to be receptive to just cookies. Believe me, okay? When we have drive dogs with drives like this, like Buddy and the Dutch Shepherds that I work with, I would have a heck of a time only using cookies. As soon as something stimulates him, he wants to go chase it. A squirrel, a bad guy to bite, anything like that. Getting control of an animal like this is going to be near to nigh impossible without some type of conditioning that you've worked the dog into developing in the right way. If you've seen Buddy's dad, Arrow, Arrow's an amazing animal. He works like a top. You put the stem collar on it, it's been worked in properly. That dog works, but it didn't take away his temperament. Didn't take away his inadequacies in his temperament of that high aggression and that rank dominant male that he is. That was created by a lot of different things, and genetics is a big part of that, okay? So we have to deal with that genetics as well. Every dog is different, so just keep it in mind. So I'll let you guys go. Have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.